Walter Benjamin wrote the work of art in the age of mechanical reproduction to explain how the authenticity of art through the aura is disturbed by looking at it through the lens of media. So what is the aura? The aura is a one-time experience of looking at a certain object that can only be possessed by original art. In other words, it is how the person perceives artwork and their experience seeing it for the very first time. The aura is responsible for the viewer to create a detachment for a true aesthetic experience of the artwork. The notion of the aura started during the Industrial Revolution when technology was advancing drastically. During this booming stage of technological reproduction, art's value was decreasing due to the capitalist's influence on society. Politicians used art to influence society and to control people's thoughts. Art used to be a beautiful instrument of traditional values, but the reproduction of art turned into manipulating the public to favor fascists. The technologies that Benjamin focused on were photography and film. How it started was the advancement of lithography by influencing materialism. Once photography was invented, many artists started painting through photos rather than seeing the object in person. This also led to more artists going into photography rather than drawing by hand to save time. Many of the properties of a hand-drawn art piece were starting to elude due to the disappearance of the object's aura. The artwork's authenticity was diminishing due to the reproduction of the original pieces. The time and space of the object were changing the aura of the art. The unique place the artwork sits is not authentic anymore due to the ability to replicate and put it anywhere. This replication of artwork is diminishing the tradition, ritual, magic, and sacred authenticity of the original art piece itself by not admiring the originality for itself. When Benjamin is talking about cult value, he means the status of the magic and rituals. The art was used for many reasons, and the meaning of these pieces for magic and rituals is disappearing due to the reproduction. Tradition has been changed by people through physical and chemical changes which are destroying the history of the object. An example would be Italian statues. They possess a cult value to its connection to ritualistic functions of ceremonial worship. For someone to be able to view the statue, they would have to demonstrate their commitment to the cult, but with the development of film, these type of pieces are captured on film and do not remain hidden, causing them to lose their value. Politics were using art to persuade and influence the public through exhibition value. Exhibition value is the content contained within the piece of showing it. For example, Max Ernst's piece on the Europe after the Reign was painted after World War II, who was personally affected by the Nazi politics in Germany. His painting showed his dominant pessimist feelings of emotional desolation, physical exhaustion, and deep fears, and ultimately his concern over the humanity that reflected on the war horror. This piece has the value to change people's perspective on the war to the way the artist feels on war. If the art of this artwork is disappearing, what do we get in return? With the film becoming more popular, it lets art become manipulated by cutting and rearranging it. Seeing the artwork through technology is going to alter the artwork. The person is not going to see every detail of the art piece through the media screen in the same way as they would see it in person. For example, seeing the artwork through the screen, there might be a glitch on the screen of the artwork, whereas seeing the art piece in person, you can see the lines much more clearer than on the screen. The film becomes a distraction or the artwork is altered due to the distraction. For example, if the person did not see the full episode, that person would interpret it differently because there is a chance that person missed something important. If there are loud noises, seeing it in your house through a screen is going to mess with their aura rather than seeing it in a quiet museum. Someone might lose their ability to pay attention because of these distractions and the loss of continuity of the show. For example, if there is a commercial in the middle of the show, it will interrupt the continuity and could alter a person's thought of the commercial with the show. There is also a possibility the camera could be filming it at a different angle and not show the full art and causing a misconception of the artwork. If you see the art piece from this angle, and then when I zoom it out, it's going to look different. So, with this, that means that the different angles in the camera could be causing different perceptions on the art piece itself. This also could be creating fake news through selective perspectives. Many people make different versions of the same movie. This is ruining the originality of the film. People are less likely to come up with their own ideas and creativity if they can edit an original form or use the same idea of the show. Do you think videography is a version of art or is a manipulation of art?